Did you know that just one gentle stroke along the sternum each day can help older adults feel lighter in their breath and in their heart? Have you been feeling like your breathing is not as deep as it used to be? Do you feel tired just climbing a few stairs or taking a short walk? Are there evenings when all you wish for is a calm breath to sleep peacefully, but instead your chest feels as heavy as if it were weighed down by stones? If you are in your 60s or older, you are definitely not alone in this. But here is the good news. There is a simple natural method that does not involve any medication or machines. It is a technique born from thousands of years of Eastern medicine wisdom, now supported by modern science. All you need to do is gently stroke along your sternum for exactly 1 minute each day. This technique has been proven to positively affect both the respiratory and cardiovascular systems, helping seniors not only breathe better, but also feel calmer, sleep deeper, and live healthier. In today's video, I will walk you through this technique step by step, explain why it is so effective, and share a few extra tips that are incredibly useful to help your breath flow freely and your heart feel at ease. Exactly what you deserve at this age. Before we begin, leave a comment below with a positive affirmation like "I am nurturing a peaceful and healthy heart every day." Think of it as a small commitment we make together, and do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any content that helps you live a healthier, happier, and more meaningful life. Before we get started, it is important to understand this. The sternum is not just the bone in the middle of your chest. It is also a bridge between your breath and your heartbeat. When stimulated correctly, this area can help expand the chest, make breathing easier for the lungs, and support a smoother, more stable heart rhythm. Understanding the role of the sternum is the first step to getting the most out of this simple technique. The sternum, or what we often call the breastbone, is located right in the center of your chest. It connects to the ribs through a system of cartilage. The sternum consists of 3 main parts: the manubrium at the top, the body of the sternum in the middle, and the xiphoid process at the bottom. While it may seem like just a fixed bone in reality, the sternum is a key anchor point for many important organs and systems in the body, especially the respiratory and circulatory systems. You can think of it like a central door that protects the heart, lungs, and major blood vessels, while also being directly affected by your breathing movements and chest activity. One crucial point that many people overlook is the connection between the sternum and the diaphragm, the main muscle responsible for breathing. When you take a deep breath, the diaphragm contracts and moves downward, creating negative pressure in the chest cavity to pull air into the lungs. At the same time, the sternum and ribs gently move forward and upward, allowing the lungs to expand. If the sternum area becomes stiff or less flexible due to aging or prolonged poor posture, your breathing function can be noticeably affected, leading to shallow breaths and fatigue, even with mild activity, especially in older adults. But the sternum's role goes beyond mechanics. It is also home to many important nerves, especially the vagus nerve, which is part of the parasympathetic nervous system. When this area is stimulated by stress, anxiety, or prolonged tension, the body activates the sympathetic nervous system, triggering the fight or flight response, which causes a faster heartbeat, rapid breathing, and tightness in the chest. This explains why so many people feel chest pressure or a racing heart when they are anxious. That is why the sternum is not just a protective structure, it is also an emotional bridge connecting the mind and the body. Recognizing this helps us appreciate how something as simple as gently stroking along the sternum each day can not only support physical wellness but also calm the nervous system, allowing the breath to become deeper and more stable. Now that you understand where the sternum is and why it matters so much, let us go a bit deeper. What exactly happens inside the body when you gently stroke this area? How can one small movement make such a meaningful difference for both your breathing and your circulation? Gently stimulating the sternum is more than just a surface-level action. It triggers a subtle yet powerful activation of your nervous, respiratory, and circulatory systems. When you stroke this area, you are directly interacting with one of the body's emotional and physical nerve centers, the front chest, which houses many nerve endings, connective tissues, and especially the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve, a key part of the parasympathetic system, acts like a natural regulator for your heartbeat and breathing. When stimulated the right way, it helps your body respond by slowing the heart rate, relaxing the blood vessels, lowering blood pressure, and slowing the breath. These physical reactions create a deep sense of relaxation and comfort. They can even lead to better sleep and reduced anxiety. This effect is especially important for older adults whose nervous systems tend to be more sensitive and more easily triggered into stress mode. In this case, gently stimulating the sternum works like a calming signal to the brain, letting it know that the body is safe. As a result, breathing becomes smoother and the heartbeat steadies without the need for medication. Additionally, the gentle stroke is similar to a light massage. It softens the connective tissues in the chest, improves blood flow, and helps the chest area expand more easily. This is particularly helpful for seniors who sit for long periods, move less, or have a stiff chest due to aging. Doing this regularly can help maintain the flexibility of the chest, improve oxygen exchange, and reduce the pressure on the heart when it is working. Now that you understand why the sternum plays such an important role in your breath and heartbeat, the question is, how do you actually perform this technique for the best results? Let me show you exactly how to do it. Even though this technique is simple, you need to prepare and practice it the right way and at the right time to get the full benefit. This is not just a physical action, it is more like a daily ritual that connects your body and mind, your breath, and your inner peace. Start by creating a comfortable space for yourself. Nothing fancy is needed, just a quiet, open area where you will not be interrupted. The key is that you feel safe and relaxed. You can sit in a chair on your bed or lie flat on a yoga mat. As long as your spine is straight, your shoulders are relaxed, and your chest is not restricted. If you like, you can add calming essential oils like lavender peppermint or lemongrass, scents that help soothe the nervous system and naturally trigger relaxation. Once you are ready, bring your hand to the front of your chest and use 2 or 3 fingers, usually the index, middle, and ring fingers. Gently place them in the hollow at the base of your throat, just below the Adam's apple. From there, stroke straight down along the sternum, ending just above your upper belly. Do not press hard. Imagine you are soothing a very delicate center, a place where your physical body and emotional self come together. The most important part of this practice is coordinating it with your breath. Let each stroke be a full cycle of breathing in and out. Inhale deeply through your nose, feel the cool air entering and opening your chest, calming your heart. Then exhale through your mouth or nose, letting go of all the tension and stress with that breath. You do not have to force anything or be overly precise. Just tune in to what feels most comfortable and relaxing for your body. Repeat this motion for about 1 minute. No need to rush. Take your time and simply stay present with your movements and your breath. The best times to do this are in the early morning, when you have just woken up and your mind is still calm, and in the evening before bed, as a way to end your day and guide your mind gently into restful sleep. However, it is important to note that this technique is not for everyone. If you are experiencing unexplained chest pain, have skin issues or infections in the chest area, or are being treated for serious heart conditions like heart failure or uncontrolled arrhythmias, you should not try this on your own. In those cases, it is best and safest to talk to your doctor first. So now you know how to gently stroke your sternum each day to support your breathing and your heart. But that is just the beginning. There are other simple techniques that I am about to reveal. Small habits that can make a big difference in how you feel and in your overall health. 1. Belly breathing. This is not a new technique. In fact, it is the most natural way to breathe, the way every human being once knew how to do as a newborn. Just watch a sleeping baby. you will notice their belly rising and falling in a calm rhythm. That is the ideal breathing pattern our bodies were designed for. But over time, due to stress, anxiety, poor posture, and the rush of modern life, we slowly shift into shallow breathing that only involves the upper chest. This type of breathing limits the expansion of the lungs, reduces oxygen intake, and keeps the nervous system on constant high alert, which can increase heart rate, raise blood pressure, and create a lingering sense of tension and anxiety. Diaphragmatic breathing, on the other hand, brings relaxation from the inside out. When you inhale deeply, the diaphragm contracts and moves downward, creating a vacuum in the chest cavity that draws air into the lungs. Your belly gently expands like a small balloon. As you exhale, the diaphragm relaxes, pushing the air out, and the belly deflates. This cycle increases oxygen intake, helps remove excess carbon dioxide, improves heart and lung function, and soothes the nervous system. One special benefit of belly breathing is that it indirectly stimulates the vagus nerve, a key part of the parasympathetic nervous system. This allows your body to shift into a rest and restore state, helping your muscles relax, stabilizing your heartbeat, lowering blood pressure, and improving your sleep. To practice belly breathing, you can either lie on your back or sit upright. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. As you breathe in, try to make the hand on your belly rise first while keeping the hand on your chest still. Exhale slowly through your mouth or nose and feel your belly gently fall. You can try inhaling for a slow count of 4, pausing for 1 to 2 counts, and then exhaling for 6 to 8 counts to deepen and steady your breath. 2. Sit and lie down with proper posture. Good posture not only helps you feel more comfortable, but also creates space for your lungs to expand, allows your diaphragm to move freely, and prevents your heart from being compressed. On the other hand, poor posture, like slouching, hunching your shoulders, or tilting your head forward, compresses the chest, reduces lung capacity, restricts circulation, and forces the heart to work harder to maintain blood flow. When sitting, aim to keep your back straight, shoulders relaxed, and feet flat on the ground. You can place a small pillow behind your lower back for extra support if you need to sit for long periods. Avoid hugging your knees or crossing your legs for too long, as this may reduce blood flow to the heart. If possible, use a chair with a backrest and armrests to help support your spine without straining your muscles. When lying down, lying flat on your back is the best position to help your chest open naturally. Use a thin pillow to support your neck. Avoid using a pillow that is too high, as it may bend your neck forward and restrict your airway. You can also place a small pillow under your knees to gently relax the lower back and reduce pressure on the spine. If you prefer lying on your side, make sure your neck and back are well supported and aligned so that your lungs and heart are not compressed or twisted. Proper posture is especially important when practicing deep breathing or sternum stroking. A comfortable, naturally open chest allows air to flow more freely, reduces pressure on the heart, and enhances the full body relaxation effect of these techniques. 3. Massaging the Zhongfu. Acupoint. In traditional Eastern medicine, the Zhongfu acupoint is considered a key spot for regulating lung qi, the vital energy responsible for breathing. This point sits at the junction between the airway leading to the lungs and the lung meridian known as the lung channel of Han Tai Yin. It plays a major role in regulating breath and is closely linked to emotional well-being, especially sadness and anxiety. The Zhongfu point is located just below the collarbone in the first intercostal space, about 6 centimeters, or roughly 2.5 inches, to the side of the center line of the chest. It is a shallow and easily accessible area that responds well to gentle physical stimulation. When you massage this point properly, it immediately triggers physiological benefits, relaxing the upper chest muscles, expanding the chest cavity, and allowing air to flow more deeply into the lungs. At the same time, Stimulating this point softens the connective tissue around the bronchi, helps loosen mucus, reduces coughing, and improves shallow breathing, all of which are common issues in older adults. But it does not stop at the lungs. The Zhongfu point also affects your emotional state. According to traditional medicine, the lungs not only breathe air, but also breathe emotions. Suppressed sadness over time can block lung qi, leading to fatigue, shortness of breath, and even unexplained chest discomfort. Massaging this point helps restore the flow of energy, bringing a sense of relief, emotional clarity, and mental ease. The technique is very simple. Use your index or middle finger to gently press the point and make small circular motions clockwise for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. If you feel tension or mild soreness, that may be a sign the point is blocked. Continue gently and consistently each day. The best times to do this are in the morning to open the lungs, or at night to support deeper breathing and restful sleep. 4. Drink warm water with ginger or honey. Ginger has long been known as a natural plant-based antibiotic thanks to its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It contains gingerol, an active compound that helps relax the smooth muscles of the bronchial tubes, allowing the airways to expand. This makes it easier to take deep breaths and reduces that tight feeling in the chest. Ginger also helps thin mucus and encourages it to clear from the lungs naturally, especially helpful for older adults who often deal with thick mucus but ineffective coughing. Honey, on the other hand, is like a sweet gift of nature. It soothes the throat and has antibacterial properties that support healing for irritated tissues caused by frequent coughing. Honey also has mild calming effects that relax the nervous system, ease tension, and indirectly help stabilize heart rate. Something anyone in their golden years needs for better sleep and more peaceful days. The preparation is simple. Heat a cup of water to about 104 to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, or approximately 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. Add a few slices of fresh ginger, or about half a teaspoon of dried ginger powder. Let it steep for 5 to 10 minutes, then stir in 1 teaspoon of pure honey. Mix gently and drink while it is still warm. The best times to enjoy this drink are in the morning after waking up, or at night before going to bed, to maximize the benefits. If you are sensitive to ginger, for example, if you are experiencing internal heat or severe stomach ulcers, you can substitute with a bit of cinnamon or simply drink warm water with honey. Whatever your choice, the most important thing is to keep this habit consistent. The benefits build up slowly but steadily over time. 5. Warm foot soaks. The feet are home to hundreds of nerve endings and acupressure points that connect to many internal organs, especially the cardiovascular and nervous systems. When you soak your feet in warm water, ideally between 100 and 108 degrees Fahrenheit or about 38 to 42 degrees Celsius, you are not only warming your feet, but also stimulating full body circulation. This is especially beneficial for improving blood return from the legs to the heart and helps relieve cold hands and feet numbness and nighttime blood vessel constriction. More than that, a warm foot soak helps dilate the tiny blood vessels in the skin and activates the parasympathetic nervous system. This shifts the body into rest mode, slows the heart rate, gently lowers blood pressure, and prompts the brain to release calming neurotransmitters. To enhance the experience, you can add a few slices of fresh ginger mineral salts or a few drops of essential oils such as lavender or peppermint to the soak. The ideal duration is between 15 to 20 minutes, and the best time is around 30 minutes before bedtime. While soaking, let your body fully relax. You can practice deep breathing or listen to gentle music to further calm the nervous system. These tips may seem simple, but they are incredibly effective. Still, to ensure safety and lasting benefits, there are a few important points to keep in mind before trying any of them. The most important thing to remember is this: supportive techniques like sternum stroking or acupressure massage are only meant to complement your overall health. They help relieve symptoms and improve quality of life, but they are not a replacement for medical treatment or professional care. Always stay in touch with your healthcare provider and be honest about your current health condition to receive the best guidance. Just 1 minute a day of gently stroking your sternum can help you breathe more deeply, calm your heart, and reawaken the delicate connection between your body and your mind. When you combine this with simple habits like belly breathing, drinking warm ginger water, or massaging the Zhongfu Acupoint, you are giving yourself a powerful opportunity to live healthier, lighter, and more peacefully each day. Health in old age does not come from grand changes. It begins with small, steady, and informed habits. Practice listen to your body and be patient. You will feel the transformation come gently yet deeply. If you found these insights helpful, do not hesitate to leave a comment below with a positive affirmation like, "I am taking care of my heart and my breath every single day." And remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, so you never miss other valuable content to help you live a healthier, calmer, and more fulfilling life. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.